Recently, I've been experiencing a lot of bloating and post-meal tiredness, and I'm not insulin resistant, so I wanted to figure out if I have any food sensitivities or intolerances. All my life, I was able to eat whatever I want, except gluten, and I was totally fine. I was eating a lot of raw veggies without any issues. But since getting COVID in 2021, my digestion changed. I would get bloated from almost anything. And I would get some frequent energy crashes after meals or at totally random times. But I couldn't figure out what was it. I know a lot of people at this point would be like, you know what? I'll just remove all fiber, go carnivore. But for me, that was not an option. I understand the importance of a healthy, diverse microbiome, its role in health, disease, and longevity. The fiber you eat feeds beneficial microbes in your gut, your microbiome. Killing off your microbiome is not a good long-term solution. 70% of your immune system is in your gut. All diseases start in the gut, so you better take a good care of it. You might need to reduce fiber for a little while, or simply remove trigger foods, but you can't cut it out long term. I wanted to know the exact foods that trigger these symptoms in me, so that I could work around it, eliminate only the bad foods, keep foods that my body tolerates, and get rid of my digestive symptoms. Oh, and I forgot to mention, during my last 2 blood tests, I had slightly elevated high sensitivity C-reactive protein. It indicates the presence of inflammation. And as we know, inflammation is not good. It makes you more susceptible for all the different chronic health conditions. You need it as low as possible. I knew that my bloating had something to do with it. I needed a reliable test that could help me figure out what was really going on with my body. And that's when I found Check My Body Health's Premium Food and Drink Intolerance Test. It's a test you do at home with a small blood sample. It measures your body's immune response to 286 common foods and drinks. So I was really excited to try this out. There are many other similar tests that are way more basic and less accurate. They usually look at your IgE reactions, showing allergies only. But this one uses accurate IgG 1, 2, 3, and 4 testing at an ISO-accredited UK lab. This accurately shows your immune reactions to specific foods and drinks. There's a difference between a food sensitivity, food allergy, and a food intolerance. Food sensitivities are immune-based reactions. They are typically delayed. They can show up hours or even days after eating a trigger food, making them tricky to identify without testing. These are associated with symptoms like bloating, tiredness, headaches, fatigue, joint pain, or digestive issues. When you get a headache or extreme tiredness 2 days after eating a trigger food, it's highly unlikely that you'd be able to pinpoint the exact food that caused it. Testing is really the only way. Food allergies, on the other hand, cause immediate immune reactions like swelling, itching, or trouble breathing, and can be life-threatening. Meanwhile, food intolerances happen when your body can't digest something properly, like lactose in milk, leading to symptoms like bloating or stomach discomfort. This usually does not involve an immune system and can be corrected by taking digestive enzymes. So this test is called the food intolerance test, but it looks more like a food sensitivity test. It shows you delayed immune reactions to foods that can cause all sorts of health issues. When interpreting your results from the Premium Food and Drink Intolerance Test, remember that this measures your IgG antibody levels, which relate to food sensitivities, not allergies or classic intolerances. The traffic light system shows how strongly your immune system reacts to each food. Green means low reactivity, amber indicates a moderate response, and red shows high immune response. Foods in amber and red zones are potential triggers for symptoms like bloating, fatigue, or stomach discomfort. However, it's not a guarantee. These results are best used as a guide for an elimination diet to help identify which foods may be affecting your health. The goal here is to reduce the trigger foods and help your gut heal, lower chronic inflammation, reduce unexplained tiredness and bloating. And guess what? I had so many foods in the amber and red zones. I was really shocked. So what are the next steps after getting your results? You'll get a virtual consultation with a qualified nutritionist, giving you guidance tailored to your results. Plus, you'll have 1 month of free access to their meal planning and health app. So that's really the easiest way to do the elimination diet. You get tested, you know what your body reacts to, you eliminate these foods, and your symptoms go away. And on their website, they mentioned that 76% of their clients notice improvements in their symptoms by removing flagged foods. As soon as they would reintroduce those flagged foods, these symptoms would come back. It just shows again of how accurate it is. And I can totally relate. I'm still experimenting with removing different trigger foods, replacing them with something safer. And already I'm less bloated. I even lost some weight just by removing some of the foods from the list. I haven't even removed everything, as I have so many. Now let's take a look at my report. I was totally shocked. So there are 286 items in total. Just look at how many amber and red. I'm literally reacting to everything. Out of 286 items tested, I had 86 in the medium reactive and 83 in highly reactive red. No wonder I had so much bloating and tiredness. Some of these are superfoods. I could never imagine that they can cause an immune reaction in my body. That's a bit sad. Now looking at all the amber and red foods. Some of these foods could have caused digestive issues in the past, but now are fine. So it's important to try and eliminate some of them and see if it helps. Maybe not everything. So there are 15 categories in total. And as you can see in each category, I have foods to which I react severely. Most categories have items in red, severe immune response. Only 2 of the categories, meat, fish and seafood, have some items in amber, not red. These IgG food antibodies can cause delayed reactions that vary from person to person. Some people may have no symptoms, while others might experience bloating, headaches, joint pain, or digestive issues like constipation or diarrhea. And next to each food, they show your exact antibody levels for that food or drink. So as I mentioned, you can go further and analyze your amber foods to see if they're almost green or close to being red. So let's go through my results. Ginger, class 3, severe reaction. Lemongrass, class 3, mint, class 3. What else? Black pepper, I can't have black pepper. Then thyme, turmeric, vanilla, all highly reactive. Then the whole section of coffee and tea, chamomile, cacao, coffee, hibiscus, jasmine, everything's literally in the red. I have only 2 items in the second class, which is amber. So I'm reacting to all the different teas and coffees, which is terrible. Then another section, boletes, chanterelles, my favorite mushrooms. I'm highly reactive. I can eat oyster mushroom. Then another section, superfoods and novel ingredients. I can see that I can eat cricket, it's in a green. I'm not planning to eat crickets. Then next section, sugars and sweeteners. So I have honey and sugar cane. I'm severely reacting to honey. It's in class 3, red. And yeah, I actually felt very bloated after eating honey. And then there's sugar cane. So I'm also reactive, but not as much as to honey. But still, it's almost in the red zone. Then the next section, fish and seafood. So I'm okay with most fish and seafood, except anchovies and carp. These are a bit increased, but anchovies are just close to the limit of being in green. And also tuna is not ideal, it's a bit elevated. Oh no, and then in the meat section, I'm also reacting to beef and chicken. But as I can see, beef is almost in green. It has 10.91. So if it was just a bit under 10, it would be in a green. Then chicken is a bit more highly reactive. I can eat duck, goat, horse. I can eat pork and rabbit, but I'm definitely not gonna eat rabbits. I mean, these are my pets. Then in the beans and peas section, I can have chickpea. I'm not reacting at all. It's in the green. I can't have green beans. Apparently, I'm in class 3, highly reactive. Lentils, I always knew that I can't eat lentils. I was always feeling extremely bloated and had brain fog. And as I can see, it's in class 3 and it's very highly reactive. It's 31.08, so it's very highly reactive. Then soy is class 2, but it's almost in green, and so I think I'll keep eating it. Then sugar snap peas. I've been eating a ton of these. I really love it. And apparently it's class 3, so that has to go. Then spices. I have so many that I can't have. So basil, class 3, red. Cayenne pepper, class 3, red. Chili, extremely reactive, 34.83. So it's one of the worst things on my list. Cinnamon, clove, coriander. I can't have any of those. Then the next section, dairy and eggs. Again, this one looks scary. So I can't have cottage cheese. I can't have cow's milk. It's in class red, highly reactive, 30 points. Then I can have egg whites and egg yolks, thankfully, so I can keep eating these. Then I can have goat cheese and goat milk, which is great. It's all in class 1 in green. So I guess I'll just replace all the normal cow's dairy with goat cheese and goat milk. I can also have sheep cheese. I guess because it's A2 dairy with different type of casein. As I can see, I have sensitivity to cow milk protein casein. Then grains and seeds. So this one's really interesting. So I'm class 3, highly reactive to amaranth grain, which I never tried anyways. Then buckwheat. I could have it if I want because it's in class 1, not reacting at all. Then gluten. Gluten is in class 1. Apparently all my life I thought that I'm sensitive to gluten, but it says I'm not. And I'll soon tell you why. So then linseed, class 1. Everything's good here. Okay, oats, I can have oats. Quinoa, slightly reacting. Rice, highly reactive, class 3. So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not reacting to gluten, I'm not sensitive, but I'm sensitive to wheat and wheat bran. So both of these are class 3, red. So wheat has 28.72, so it's highly reactive. And I always felt extremely bloated after eating anything that contains wheat or gluten, and I would have a massive headache the next day. It's just like a rule. So I definitely don't want to eat that. At least I know now, it's not gluten itself, it's wheat. Then the next section, nuts. So most nuts seem alright, except Brazil nuts. They're in red, and it's class 3, and wow, that's one of the highest scores of reactivity. It's 40.67, so that's really bad. I'm not gonna be having those. Then chestnuts. So chestnut nuts are also class 3. Then there's some that I never heard of, so that's not relevant. Walnuts, class 1. Hazelnuts, class 1. Pecan nut, class 1. Okay, these are my favorites. And then let's go to the fruit section. So I'm reacting to actually most fruits. And I can see that some are, most fruits I think are, yeah, most fruits are either amber or red. So I'm lucky to be able to have some apricots because it's in the green, class 1. And then about the rest, apples, amber, banana, amber, almost in green. Blackberry, almost in green, still amber. Blueberry, oh no, blueberry is class 2, so it's 18.92. It's almost in the red. So this is really sad. I love blueberries. Then on the next page, still more fruits. I have cherries in the red. I love cherries. It's as well highly reactive, color red. Coconuts, I'm good, class 1. Coconut milk, class 1. Fig, class 3, highly reactive. Then lemons. I used to have tons of lemons. So lemons are in class 3. And I would just think, oh, I'll replace it by limes. But limes are class 2, so also not great for me. Then apparently I'm reacting to lychees. It's class 3. Mango is fine. Melon, class 3, red. Okay, what else is there? Okay, papaya, class 2, almost in the red. Passion fruit, class 3. Then I can have peaches. Then many other fruits are as well here. So pear, pineapple, they're in red. Plum is in the green. Raspberry is in the orange, in the amber, but almost in the green. Then strawberries are totally fine. I can have as many as I want. They're in class 1. And now let's look at veggies, all the different veggies. So artichoke, I'm highly reactive, class 3. Avocado, no, it's in class 2. And it's kind of middle of the class 2, so probably I should watch out. Then beetroot, also class 3, red. Thankfully, broccoli is in class 1. I'm not reacting. Cabbage, class 2. I can still have that. I can have carrots, cauliflower, celery, but I can't have celery stalk. I can't have eggplant. I can't have nettle leaves. I can't have pak choi. I used to have tons of this, and it's actually in class 3, so highly reactive. What else is there? So I can have potato, pumpkin. I can have radish. It's kind of like class 2, but tiny bit. It's almost green. So I can have red cabbage. I can't have rocket. It's in class 2, but almost in the red. Then I can't have shallots. I can have spinach. No sweet potatoes. Highly reactive, class 3. Well, I used to enjoy sweet potatoes, but yeah, I can see I'm reacting. Then everyone kept telling me each time I would post anything about what I eat on a keto diet, and I ate a lot of peppers and tomatoes, and everyone would tell me, oh my god, you're gonna be so bloated. But I can confirm that I feel great after eating tomatoes, and my result shows that tomatoes are in class 1 green, so I'm not reacting at all. Then zucchini is in class 2, but almost in the green, so I think I'll keep eating them. So yeah, these were my results. Now this bloating makes a lot of sense. I don't need to guess anymore. With all these food sensitivities, there's no need to go carnivore or fully remove fiber. I just have to remove or reduce my triggers. And I'm still shocked about dairy and coffee. I'm not planning to quit coffee. With dairy, I simply have to stick with goat or sheep dairy. And yeah, I'll simply reduce my trigger foods. So this was a fun test to do. I learned a lot. It's very helpful. So if you're in the UK and would like to do it as well, I'll leave the link and the discount code in the description below. They have several test options. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive. If you're in the US, they do a more simple test there. I'll leave a link too. And I found another similar company in the US. I'll leave the link for that one too. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.